Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to discuss something very, very important to your influencing life. So, let's get right to it. Let's say you want to become a YouTuber or a Rumbler, as I call them. Whatever you want. Maybe you want to do TikTok dances and jump around like a hyena. Go for it. Now, this is what I'm going to throw out there and make very, very clear to you. There's a few important things that you need to remember. First and foremost, do not be afraid. That does not mean, number one, we're going to just dissect this together, okay? You might look at my subscriber count say, but only has a few subscribers, you know? Well, guess what? I have a few subscribers. You currently have 0 if you're thinking about starting. 0! So, let me give you some advice on what to do. And I don't really try hard to gain followers or subscribers, rather. I don't try hard. There's people that try a lot harder than me. This, by the way, this video right here, before I get deep into it, is my 100th video on YouTube. That's right. 100. The first thing you need to remember to do, if you go back to my old videos, boy, are they cringy. They are cringy. So, today there is some really? If I could have, now I was young at the time. I was about 15, my first video. I would have picked myself up and slapped him in the face if I could. And said, son, listen up. But I cannot do that. I'm not permitted to do that. That's not the way life works. So, all that aside, number one, don't be afraid to get on the camera. When I look into this camera, I have to think, what have I to fear? Someone might see me. Duh, they're gonna see you. That's the whole point of this. Not so guys, no, you have to look at it square in the face and say, you know what? I'm going to talk with power and authority right now. You look at them and you speak. So, don't be afraid. Number one, though, has some boundaries that I'd like to discuss. I'd like to discuss that. The first being, it does not mean that you go around and do dumb, hurtful pranks on people. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but I'd like to let you know that there's only a couple people that find that stuff funny, and it's typically people who also enjoy hurting other people's day. And it's for, well, I'll just use the term losers. Losers do that type of stuff and behavior. Now there's pranks, of course, I understand, that are just, funny. But going around and slapping someone as hard as you can with something, pretending like you got hit as well, I don't know what's so funny. I don't know what's so amusing about that. That's not funny. It's dumb. I'm not gonna be, it's hurtful. No. I'm not gonna act all extreme. I'm just gonna say the fact. You look like an idiot doing that type of stuff. Don't do that. Okay? Talk about something relevant. If you want to do it like I do, let's say that's your goal. I don't know. I'm not caught up in myself. I'm just making an example. Let's say you want to do what I do. Let's say you want to game. Let's say you want to give speeches. Maybe you want to do more of a podcast form. Whatever it is, speak from the heart, play from the heart, act from the heart. And things will be 100 times better. I've got to get a new microphone. Arm. This one is slowly pulls itself down. Anyways, speak from the heart. You won't go wrong. Just be honest. Look at people. People want to hear honest opinions. They want to hear honesty. They don't want to see nonsense going down. Some people do, but the majority don't. So, that is number 2. Number 3, straight up, don't be afraid of looking dumb on camera. You don't think I might look dumb right now to people. Guess what? This is the attitude you've got to have. I don't care what so-and-so thinks I look like. because the people who watch it, like it, and subscribe like the way I am. Therefore, I will continue acting how I want. Passionate from the heart. So passionate. Bring it forth, bro. Bring it forth, sis. When you get in front of that camera, talk like you want it. Talk like you're grabbing someone's soul on the other end. You're just reaching in there and talking to them like you have something to say. So as I'm talking to you right now, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you are afraid, okay? You're afraid and you don't want to look like a fool on camera. You have to do, I'm serious. This is going to go on YouTube. Hundreds of thousands of people might just see that just now. You've got to make a video and make yourself foolish to get over yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in this, well, I don't want people to think bad of me. And I'm not saying you go on camera and don't start acting like an idiot. My type of stuff is comedy, all right? So I can act like that and get away with it. Yes, it would be weird if I do a cooking program so today. No, people are going to go, what in the world's going on? But they know me. People know me. They understand how I am. That's how I operate. I think it's funny to goof off with people because some people take it so seriously. Something's wrong with him. Maybe. Who knows? I'm here. I'm surviving. Everything's okay. So, that being said and that thing put aside, let me explain something very, very important. Stop worrying about what some hobo thinks. Some people have a poor sense of humor, a bad sense of humor. I've gotten in trouble for getting mixed up with people with a bad sense of humor. Guess what? I was told to settle my sense of humor down. You heard that right. Someone told me, because their life's so pathetic, my life needs to be pathetic with them. Sorry, gotta go. I will not give up. Let me get really close to that microphone so you understand me. I will not give up any of my pure self. I will not. And there's a reason why I won't. Because, first of all, I truly love doing this. I do. I enjoy getting on here and making a video straight off the top. Everything I say is straight off the top of my head. I know some people, we can tell. Anyways, the point is, I believe in doing things from the heart. When you do stuff from the heart, people can tell. Can you tell now that the microphone has made its way down? Made its way. I try to tighten it. It's as tight as it can go. It can't get any tighter. That's the problem. This is the issue in life. I have this thing cupped up like this because it's really sensitive, and I've done some adjusting, and I figured that would break the wind a little bit. Whatever. Break the wind. So, what I'm saying is this, though. You can probably hear me clearly from out here. I just had to yell harder. I don't want to. So, what I'm telling you is this. For example, right now, I'm going to live for everyone to witness. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. I've got to wait, first of all, for my Samsung Galaxy to load up. I'm using an iPhone to record, and I have a Samsung Galaxy next to me. I know I just blasphemed the iPhone community. Get over yourself. Let me make something clear right now about your precious little iPhones. I was told by Apple users that iPhone was 10 times better than Android. And since I've gotten an iPhone, I've had to figure out settings that Apple users don't use to make the device good. So, what are you guys even comparing it to? It was trash before I started. Finally, I found some settings that were actually worthwhile, and I'm like, wow, I can actually customize this a little bit. So what are you guys bragging about? The ones that don't even know that stuff exists. And why am I, a lifelong Android user, able to switch like that and figure out your devices for you? That's right. Because you guys are fanboys, fangirls, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. That's what you are who have that problem. Pretty much. So I'm going to give this example if I can. Unfortunately, my phone is at 1%. It could die on me. I'm going to go right now, and I'm going to go on Chrome. On Chrome. Well, I'm going to go on Chrome. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to look up Florida, where I'm from, news stories. Florida News Today. The first thing. 7 hours ago. It says bus driver shoots 2 passengers dead after argument, police say. Let me show you guys how this is done real fast. Let me show you. I don't know what the story is. It's from ABC Action News. So we have some guys here that got into a fight. Now, first things first, the bus driver decided to stab these 2. I don't know why. I have not read into the story, but here's the thing. Words were said to hurt the bus driver's feelings, to the point where he felt the need to pull out a knife and stab some people with it. Now, most people in an argument, in a discussion, that don't disagree, say, oh, away with you. Shut up, get out of here. I want to leave me alone. This man decided, no. You will be suffering at my hands today. You want to disagree with me? I wouldn't want to be alone with that guy. Can you imagine that? So who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? Well, I think that next thing you know, he's coming at you with a sword or something in the house. Absolutely not. This man is a loner. This guy goes to Applebee's by himself, if he even goes there. Guaranteed. He won't be going to Applebee's anymore. He's locked up in the jail, where he should be, where he belongs. So, ladies and gentlemen, what have I showed you for what just happened? I read a line. Now, I might be completely wrong and read it later like, oh, wait, they threatened him and tried to, all that stuff. Who knows? But I'm from Florida. Generally, what happened is the guy got upset because someone said a comment that he just couldn't stand, and instead of him saying whatever, Florida man decides to pull his knife out. That's typically what happens around here. That's the glorious state of Florida that I'm just surrounded by and bombarded with day in, day out. Anyways, that's how it's done. And there's people who can do it better than me. There's people who can do it worse than me. The point is, that's essentially what goes into it. You want to give people life from the heart. Throw it out there. Don't just sit back. You know, you might feel like, man, my videos are trashy. Think about it. Are your videos trashy? Today we live in a YouTube where you have to have nice edits, and you're going to hear me pure and raw. Okay? Pure and raw. I do not edit. Well, you don't edit because you're lazy. I edit as a hobby. I edit videos. I'm constantly working on my computer. That is my hobby. Okay? Working on it. Well, I could edit videos, but I realize I want people to hear the raw truth. The raw me. I don't want to, if I burp, let the microphone catch it. We live in this fake fantasy world where everything is corrected and I'm not talking about if you're giving some professional speech or you're recording something for therapy. Who knows what you plan on doing? I'm saying, if you're standing and you're trying to make simple videos like this and could be watched by thousands of people eventually. Hey, one of my most watched videos on this channel is me with my head shaved pretty much bald. I look like a Q-tip. And I am holding a Samsung pen in my hand. And the quality is garbage in my opinion. And that's my most viewed. If you have the content, if the quality is in what you're saying and what you're talking about, people will not be too bothered. There's, of course, perfectionists, but that's a different story in itself. What I am saying is this: don't overthink these things. Be strong with it. Don't let it get into your head. Be free on camera. That's all I've got to say. If you enjoy this video, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.